We are here on the third day of Midfur, reporting not live to ACTfur On-Air. We're about to interview Kage, esteemed guest of Midfur 09. Hey Kage.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are you all doing tonight? Buy me wine, buy my videos, buy everything from me. Yes, yes.
Already bought you some wine.
Really? Well, I could use some more. Always some more. Because I am a drunk, you understand. I am a drunk.
Actually, I got you water last night. What was with that, man?
Water. Well, I've cut down a bit on my drinking lately.
I know, I heard you almost died 3 times. In fact, you did die 3 times.
I did die 3 times, yeah.
For real?
Yes, yeah. That was actually a true story. I was drinking a bit. I was actually a full-blown alcoholic. I became that way because it's easy to do when you're not paying attention.
When everyone's buying you free drinks, it's very easy to become an alcoholic.
Extremely easy, yes. And you fall into that, it becomes routine, and everything's fine until one day you realize that you're drinking way too much because your heart begins to stop. And that will always let you know that, that was my wake-up call. I was like, whoa, wait, how much am I drinking lately? About 1/5 of whiskey a day. Maybe I should cut down.
Too many good nights will result in being a not good end of lifetime.
Very much. That's not a good way to check out. So, and besides, if I had been 80 years old, I might have been like, yeah, what? I don't care. But I think I still have I have a few shows left in me, so.
Yeah, there's going to be a Midfur next year. You must come to that.
Yeah, I would love to.
Don't die before then.
I'll try. Well, I have to because I really have enjoyed, I've enjoyed coming down here a lot. Both the years I've been here, it's been just a wonderful time.
That's true. Like we're only in our second time of having a big convention now. Is this one much different from the first one?
It is actually. It's quite a bit different. They stepped up the seriousness. Last year it was something that had been taken from a party and just moved to a hotel. This year they seem to have really made an effort to. They want to make this a world-class event. You can tell. Because they're starting to put things together on a much more professional level, there was a big difference, a vastly improved difference, I think.
Yeah. Well, the venue itself is a lot more rich and wanky, so I guess that has an effect roundabout that way.
Oh, yeah, very much so. The hotel's been wonderful. Yeah.
We were too poor actually to stay at the hotel, starving artists that we were, trying to come here to make a few bucks, so we're staying up and out of the way. But are the rooms here really nice?
The rooms are very nice, actually, yeah. United States hotel rooms they're absolutely excessive every time, even the cheapest ones. Having traveled a lot, I've realized what a non-United States hotel room is. And the ones here are actually equivalent to what you'd find in the United States.
Do they have a poster this year for the convention? I haven't seen it around at all.
I have seen it. I can't, unfortunately, give too much away about it. But I can tell you that it's amazing. It's amazing in... okay, I'll say this. Probably giving away something. But obviously it's furry themed. But
and a fur con? It's furry themed, my god, no.
You're going to have a hard time finding a place to put this thing. It is humongous. It's massive poster, and it very good printing, very good work. I think it's going to be the very centerpiece of the charity auction this year. I know it will be.
So no one will be able to steal it this time because it won't fit through the door.
No, it won't. There's no way anybody could run away with this thing. It's just not going to be possible.
Excellent. That's the only way you can combat this problem is to just make it bigger. Like next year, it's like, lump it onto the side of Australia, and this is the poster for Midfur 210.
Yeah, next year it'll just be here. Have these wallpaper your room with this. It's just a bunch of wallpaper,
I can't wait to see your show. It shall be brilliant. I'll be there with bells on. Are you having fun so far?
I'm having a blast. This is wonderful. I love coming down here. That's why, that's the hard thing about being a performer, about especially a professional one, is when you run into an event like this that's so much fun to come to, but you also have to look at it in a business sense. It's kind of hard because, you want to come there anyway and perform just because the fun of it. But you also have to keep a business idea, yeah. So it's one of those things where I hope they don't get the idea that, if they just say, well, we're not going to have you come down anymore. I hope they don't get the idea that I'll just come anyway because I probably will. And they'll be, we've got him now. He's not. So.
How does Midfur compare with other major cons over in America and elsewhere in the world?
Very well, actually. It's It's actually, yes, no, it is very comparable to many of the, in fact, exceeds some of the conventions that I've been through in the United States. It has, yes.
Whereas even in its, like, I guess, infancy, like the other ones have been running for much longer and things like that?
There have been some that have been run for much longer, but I think because furry cons are so common in the United States, you get some groups that are, to put it bluntly, fairly lazy. They decide, you know what, we're going to get a cheap motel and we'll have a, you know, an artist or two come in and whatever else and have them pay $50 to do it. And furries, there's so many of them in the United States that some people will come, you know, because it's a local area. But
any excuse for a fur con, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. So, but this is actually has exceeded. I can think of probably about 4 or 5 conventions I've been to in the United States, and even continue to go to regularly, that this con actually exceeds as far as the quality, the professionalism.
Sure. I know a few people come over from America for it, but not a whole lot. Do you ever like talk it up and get more? Gonna go back home and get more people to come to it next year? I
would love to see more Americans coming to this convention. I honestly believe that with the quality convention that's put on here, it really is just a matter of time. The word
coming from 2, by the way. Yeah. So yeah.
The word needs to get out. When American furries realize there is a stable, solid convention in Australia, there are a great many Americans that like to travel overseas to go to furry conventions. And when they see, oh look, this Midfur, it's taken off. It's a consistently good event every year. I do believe that you will start to see more and more Americans come down here, and indeed people from all over the world. Europeans will do it a lot too. Germans, the French people like to travel to conventions a lot. The British, you'll probably start seeing a lot more people internationally here.
Excellent. So I won't feel so bad from flying up from Tassie. Like, it sort of feels like I'm traveling from out of the country, but not quite.
Yeah, it's the flight from Los Angeles was long, but it was on Qantas this time, so it was a very good quality flight. It was very comfortable, yeah, much more comfortable.
Into a storage space, like, oh god.
Yeah. Last night, like United Airlines last. Never fly United Airlines. Okay, Dr. Jenner over there, the author and artist of the famous Doc Rat comics, actually stood up with myself and Uncle Kage last night, and drew caricatures of both of us. Apparently,
I have to admit, which is terrible. I have to see it.
No, actually, it's very brilliant, and apparently it's going to be also on the block for the charity auction tomorrow. So
it shall be a really good night.
I think that's going to be interesting, very interesting.
Yeah, right. Okay, now, yes.
You made my nose too big!
Nice.
God damn, alright, I like it so much.
I like
Come
it.
on,
I like it.
I've always wondered they should do things where they get all the famous people or rather well-known people and just get some of that, what do you call it, duct tape, like stick to them and rip a bit of their hair off and sell that on auction. Wouldn't that be brilliant?
Well,
imagine trying to sell that. Here's a portion of someone who's mildly famous.
Okay, Kage he's the master of that. I remember him distinctly selling off one of his kidney stones one year. Literally, I'm not making that up. You can ask him about that.
You auctioned off a kidney stone?
Well, I got money for it, didn't I?
That's awesome. Did you just have it in hand? By the way, here's my kidney stone. Who wants it?
Actually, yes, it was very much like that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we got like $200, really, for a rock that I grew inside one of my internal organs.
Because that's an achievement. My brother had a kidney stone, and it was like a super star-shaped motherfucker, and he was never going to pass this, or if he did, it would like rip his nethers to shreds, but they didn't let him keep it.
Oh, no. Well, I've got extremely strong nethers because all of mine, I blast these things out like cannonballs, believe me, and, well, this one happened to pass at the con. I was in excruciating pain, but so distracted by the convention that I really didn't have time to deal with it. So, I got this thing, and then I said, you know what? Let's sell this fucker.
I will tell you the worst thing he sold, though, and this is a fact. He did sell a bag of wolf shit at a charity auction. He sold a bag of wolf crap.
Is it wolf shit he prepared himself?
No. I'm sure that he thoroughly inspected the wolf shit. I'm sorry I'm grabbing your mic. Have it.
No, you're so used to it that, yeah.
Somebody puts a mic in front of me, it's like, oh, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah.
I have to ask, with the nom nom mon mon joke,
yeah.
Was that made up here?
That was done here. That was actually spur of the moment. I wasn't even... I wasn't even thinking about it. I was just, we were on stage talking about eating nom nom nom, and then he mentioned something about puking, and I was like, well, that would be Mon. It just came out of my mouth, and it seems to be becoming a staple.
Yeah. Do you realize that for a lot of like Australian furs, especially that come to Midfur, I think that's kind of become a meme almost.
Nice. Well, I'll be waiting for MonCon.
MonCon, yeah.
Yeah,
you better be hosting that next year.
I will be.
Snip the ribbon and herald it.
I will be hosting MonCon, and it'll be held on Monday.
Mon.
Yeah,